What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing, man, well. Thank you guys so much for the comments, man, in my last episode. Give yourselves a round of applause for all the support, for hitting your boy up in the Cash App. Loving you guys so much. Thank you guys for all of your support, man. I couldn't do this without you guys. I could not do this without you guys, man. We're going to get right into it. Guys. Tasha K, man, is interviewing a witch. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Am I right, guys, huh? This is what I'm talking about, man, when it comes to so-called Christians and so-called people who call themselves all these religions, man, all these religions. And look where our country has gotten us today with all of these religions, because none of them are working. Am I right, guys? None of these religions are working. Am I right? Little Light Studios, huh? Am I right or what, huh? None of this is working out here, man. And look, man, it's been prophesied way back when me and my brothers were little that only 25% of the country will be saved around this time. And this is living proof that a lot of you religious people out here are just weak. But we're going to get into it, guys. We're going to get into it. Tasha K is interviewing a real witch who called her to come on the show. How bold is that? Was it like that back in the 90s, guys? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But these people are bold today. And we're going to get into it. Let's get into it.
We're here for you, Ms. Sanchez. Okay, so listen, I have never done an interview like this.
No.
I have never even talked to anybody that does what you do.
Awesome.
Now, before anybody tries to turn off the damn screen and shit, we're all here to be educated. We're all here to learn some things.
Yes.
And that is what I do. And I want to open up that world to anybody that's curious, okay?
Yeah.
And so, you say you do root work.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
And is that along the lines of being a psychic too?
Yes and no, because not everybody is.
You got to come to the mic now, because they need to hear you, child.
Okay.
Okay, so is psychic, root work, and this is my first time meeting her, just in case anybody thinks I'm doing any work to anybody. But if she's good at what she do, I may have to hire you, child. Who knows? I got a few people out here trying to come for me. So hey.
And that goes to show you right there where we are in society today, guys. This is the norm. Make it make sense. Am I right, guys? Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We just getting this warmed up. Let's get into it.
But listen. So what? Okay, so root work. Break it down.
Okay, so basically people come to me if they want root work on anything. So it could be money, it can be love, it can be a lawsuit payout, a settlement, whatever the case may be.
I think she plugged that on purpose.
He's been in all the blogs because he has a big case. But literally everything and anything you want it to be done, I tap in and I do it.
Okay. Now, when you say tap in and do it, what do you do? I mean, we hear these things and like you can Google root work, but it doesn't really give you like the inside of how it's done. Like, give me an example of like somebody calling you, reaching out, they have a problem. Like, just give me an example of a case. You don't have to name no names or anything like that, because you do consider yourself a celebrity.
Oh, I am.
Root work advisor.
They all come to me. Mm-hmm. Plenty of them.
What?
Yes. I started with celebrities and then I was posting my stuff, and that's how I started with the public. But it was celebrities only, because you need to have a check to come to me. So now I have things that the public can come to me for too.
And let's just think about this. If you need real money to come to this particular woman right here to get some work done as a celebrity, this can't be but real. Am I right, guys? This can't be but real. For those of you who don't think that the spirit realm is real, it is just as real as me looking at you and your favorite actress or actor or musician. 9 times out of 10 has went to this woman or women like her. This is the norm today, guys. This is where our society is today, right here. Let's get it.
Oh, okay. So that's why you here. You want general viewership, general consumers.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So give me an example. Like, how would somebody reach out to you? First of all, how would they even come to know you?
Usually word of mouth.
Okay.
Or maybe my Instagram, my TikTok. They'll find me on social media, and so they'll go on my page. They'll email us, or DM me and say, "Oh, my husband's cheating, and I want to hex him and hex the bitch that he cheating with," and then we go from there.
Nah. Wow. Okay.
That's very common.
Very common.
Very common. Pastor-wise, come to me all the time.
Not they supposed to be going to God.
They be fucking on half the congregation. Yes. One of my clients, she caught like chlamydia, herpes, a couple things from pastor. Yeah. She a first lady.
Her husband.
And he fucking on everybody in the congregation.
So was she
pregnant?
Got somebody pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do?
I did a little hex. So basically she wanted to stay with her husband, so I couldn't hex him. Because if I hexed him, it's going to hex her. There's no, whoever's around.
So you mean to tell me she got 3 STDs?
Yes, and she's staying with him.
And she's staying?
Absolutely. I don't.
Do I know this pastor?
Well, I don't get into specifics all the time.
Okay, I got you.
I just deal with my client.
Okay. So they pay for a great deal of confidentiality, I take it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't deal with none of that. I just do what they ask me to do, but I let them know if you want to hex your husband, you're going to hex yourself. So whatever happens, that shit's going to touch you. So she didn't want that, so she wanted me to hex her to get her out of the situation, and that's what I did.
And here we go. These are some of your main mega churches doing this today. Some of your mega churches today are doing this. Am I right, guys? Huh? Am I right? Yes, sir. Some of these mega churches today, guys, are doing this. Your favorite pastors that you know of are doing this today. Make it make sense. These are your leaders. These are your leaders doing this. I'm going to say this again. I've talked about this before, man, but when you get to this level of fame, I don't care what realm you're in, whether it be these churches, these mega churches, musicians, basketball players, football players, for the most part, man, you have to pay the price. And when you do, these are the people that you go to pay that price. Make it make sense. Am I right, guys? Huh? Yes, sir. Yep. No joke. No joke. Let's get to it.
So where's this side bitch now? Or where's the congregation that he was fucking on? Where are they?
They're still there. They don't care. This is the thing about like religion. It's so funny because they'll be fully aware.
Let me get that water bottle. Move that water bottle to the side. I need to, put it over there. Yeah, I don't need nothing in the energy field.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
The congregation could be fully aware because in her case it was.
Okay.
And nobody questions it. It's like they mind control them when they're up there pastoring and shouting and stuff. Like they just go and believe whatever. It's like a cult to me. That's what it is. Ultimately. Because if it was me, I would have hexed him. But she wanted to hex.
So she used the church's tithes.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Just like pastor using it to get gator shoes. Yeah.
And pay for pussy, because they do pay for pussy.
They do pay for
pussy.
And
right.
pussy.
Yeah, there was a Miami pastor that was put out on the OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
And he was busting it open.
Oh, yes, yes.
And preaching against it.
I have a client that is, an escort in Atlanta for a whole lot of preachers. He was showing me pictures and stuff. I said, oh, Lord, this is too much.
So this is really like a different type of world.
It is.
Because I'm oblivious to this shit.
I know.
Like, I know, like, of course, I dwell in, wine gossip comedy. So
yeah.
I get a lot of these stories, but it doesn't go that deep. Like, for me. You see what I'm saying? Like,
no, it's real. And it's
people really do. This is like a big market. Is it sort of like black market?
No, it's not black market, though. It's very much widely known. People just don't talk about it. Or if people come to me, they're not going to tell somebody else that they're coming to me. Like, they might tell their uncle, their sister, but they ain't telling their friends. They don't want nobody to know. So when you perform a hex, all right,
So, do you consider yourself a witch?
Oh, I am a witch, but I don't do hexes for everybody.
Should I be scared?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because they tell me Beyonce's a witch and shit like that.
Oh,
that we
is.
should be scared. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's an Ifa. So when she wears her yellow, that's Oshun.
Oh.
Riches and beauty and love and all of that, which I can see why she's connected to Oshun. But yeah, so it's another kind of tradition.
Okay.
Like a lot of people would think it's voodoo, but it's really Ifa. So it's like a lifestyle as opposed to a religion.
Because I always wonder.
Beyonce and Taylor Swift. Didn't you guys just see that particular reel on Instagram, TikTok? It's been going all through social media with Taylor Swift on her last tour that she did. She was doing an open ritual in front of the audience, man. Make it make sense. Guys, am I right or what? And you guys are falling for it out here. Hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Let's go.
Why she always got on them flowers and she got on that elaborate shit? I'm like, can nobody buy your clothes? Your clothes look different.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
She probably gives her, so she has her own altar. She gives her food. She has parties for her. All of that. Just like Summer Walker.
Yeah, Summer Walker. But I was told, like, because, the first time I even heard anything of Rootwork was when my grandmama asked me to go get something out of her drawer. She told me to go get her cigarettes.
Okay.
Right? I go to her drawer. I'm probably like, I want to say like 9. No, I would say like maybe like 11 years old.
Okay.
So I go to her drawer and she said, it's in my second drawer. I opened up the second drawer. Mm-hmm. I found dolls in there with pens.
Oh, she was texting somebody. Okay.
But it was a lot of dolls. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, where are these dolls in here? I'm thinking I'm supposed to play with them.
Yeah.
She said, go put my motherfucking dolls back. Don't touch them dolls. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But at the time I didn't know, but now that I think back on it, and you watch movies and stuff like that, people don't really have dolls. But I don't see this kind of stuff. And I'm from Panama City, Florida, which is considered the deep South because where Panama City, Florida is where Pensacola is. We're on the border. Yes.
Okay.
So, I know people talk about it, but do it, but they don't, it's something you don't talk about.
You don't. Not much.
So why are you talking about it?
Guys, look, if you like the content that I'm giving you with this particular episode, hit your boy up in the comments. If you dislike it, hit your boy up in the comments, man. Let's get at it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Let's keep it rolling, man. This is so important, man, that you guys see this. That you will not be saved in this country when it comes to religion. It's not going to happen. God ain't looking at you when it comes to your religion. He's looking at what's inside of you. Man created religion. I don't care how this makes you feel. If this hurts you inside, it is what it is. I really don't care. Little Light Studios. Make it make sense. Let's go.
Because I'm not telling you what I do. Just like when you asked, did I tell you what I do? No. I just do root work. Because when you're initiated, you're kind of like sworn to secrecy. Kind of like that high society that everybody talks about.
The Illuminati? Yeah.
Yes. You're sworn to secrecy. You cannot tell people what you went through initiation to get these secrets for. Like, it doesn't make sense. So I won't talk about how I do it or what exactly I do, but it clearly works. Clearly. I mean, I've made millions every single year, so every year. Yeah, that's the look that my accountant gave me. He said, "What do you do?" Because what is?
So you pay taxes on this shit?
Oh yeah, I pay taxes. I paid like $200K last year. Yes, I pay taxes.
Oh, Rootwork, god damn! Mm-hmm. Like this is interesting.
Yeah, I do everything legit.
So how do you get initiated? Like, what is an initiation? Like, how do you know, like, okay, I'm supposed to be a witch? Like, where do you wake up and find that? Like, how do you get that?
So the thing about witchcraft is a huge world. So there's not like one specific way. Like you said, you wake up, oh, I'm a witch today. Like anybody could really get into witchcraft, but not everybody's called to be a root worker. Like this is something that you're like born into. For me, it was my family. Like my great grandmother, her mother, like this is just a bloodline. So I always had the power. It was up to me to decide, is this what I want to do or not want to do?
Okay.
So that's how I got into it. I was born into it. And so my mom took me, I did my initiation. So it really just depends. Now, some people do come into it that it's not in their bloodline. I would never do it, but if it works for them, it works for them. It's their path.
So did your grandmother like explain it to you? Did she introduce it to you?
Oh,
or?
yeah. So like everybody came to her, like politicians, everyone would come to her to get Rootwork done. So I would see it, but I didn't 100% like understand it. But then, you know, as I got older and I started having like premonitions and she saw like, oh, she gets it. So she started to show me that my mom, and it just blew up to what I am now.
Are people?
And yes, guys, this goes on in the government as well. Just so you know, it goes on in the government too. No matter what side you pick, Democrat, Republican, you name it, this goes on in the higher ups in the government as well, because it's just what it is. It's all infested with demonic activity. It's all infested with demonic activity, man. Let's get on it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Scared of y'all?
Sometimes, yeah. But like I don't harm people. Well,
Yeah, you do.
I don't really
Listen.
I don't set out to harm anybody. If you don't bother me, you're good. I spread love. Like if you see on my Instagram and stuff, like everybody that's in my tribe, they're like, I love Satin. Like Satin shows me love more than my own family. Like I always spread love. But if you come to me with the shit, now it's on. But other than that, we're good.
And I noticed something too about her hair. Look at her hair. It's like the longer they grow their hair, the more they're connected to the earth. I know these things. Man. Make it make sense. Let's roll.
Fine. I won't do anything. You don't need to be scared. Unless you fuck with me.
This is insane.
It's not. We are all spiritual beings.
I get that. I do.
We all are.
I
Just
get it.
tapping in. The difference of someone that's a genius and someone that's like a regular lay person is the amount of their brain they use. So spirituality is the same thing. It's just spiritual power. How much spiritual power are you using? Most people just, because of everyday life, they're just going, rat race, I want this, I want that. Nobody is thinking about the fact that you have all this power in you because everybody thinks it's outside of them. It's in you. We're spiritual beings. Tap in.
Do you believe in God?
I do.
Okay. You serve God?
Not in the Christian sense.
I get that. Okay.
But
See how they do? That's what I'm talking about. You see how they do, guys? You see how they do? They throw everything on you Christians because you're weak. You're weak. They throw everything on you Christians or you Lutherans or you Baptists. They throw everything on you guys because they know you guys are fake. They know you guys are fake. It is what it is. All these man-made religions, you can't touch Lucifer with these man-made religions. It is what it is. Let's go. Let's go.
I do know that God is a higher power spiritual being. I do not believe it's a person. I don't believe God is a person.
Yeah. No, God is not. God is all. Is all.
All encompassing.
Yeah.
The highest spiritual power
Okay.
possible. That's
So is there a conflict in what you do, being that you do believe that there's a greater being and you spread love, but yet you're paid to sometimes destroy it?
to destroy love.
Yeah, like,
Because
no?
I choose who I allow, into my tribe and who I'm going to do the root work for. So if I
Guys,
know that they're
this is the real deal. And the crazy part is this, guys, is they are so bold today. They're asking to come on your show. They're so bold. This is how small, how little God's people are in this country today. They're asking to come on shows that are being watched by millions of viewers today so they can just get this message out and get it out there to the people because they know right now they have no competition. No competition with you religious people. Make it make sense. Am I right, guys? This girl asked to come on Tasha K's show. Serious, hit me up in the comments, guys. Hit me up in the comments. I will hit you back. Let's go.
the antagonist, I'm not doing it. But if they're the one that were hurt and I know that they need this to get off of them, then I'm going to do it. So I'm not really destroying anything. I'm just making it even.
The way you say you're like a gangster, like I'm just making it even. I am.
I don't set out to harm anybody.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. Let me get some wine, child. Okay, let me see what. Why? I should have did this live.
We should.
I know. I was like, because the questions that would have been thrown at you, because I'm still stunned. Like, when I tell you, there's certain, because, growing up the way that I grew up, it's just, once you're told to, it's kind of like, stand a child's place.
Okay.
And when it comes to stuff like this, it's like, if you don't understand, you just keep quiet about it. Like, so I never, like there was talks that my great, okay, so he's my great granddad was a warlock.
Okay.
And my grandmother, they lived like on the same street.
Okay.
But she would never walk on his property. She was afraid. Like, this is what's told to me, but I know he lived down there, and I would be at my grandmother's house, and I would go down there, but I never saw her on his property. So when people say, like, when our family members say, like, she wouldn't go on his properties because everybody came to him for work, and I was like, what work?
So she was afraid of his power?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
That's common.
Yeah. But she was a heavy prayer,
Oh.
So her thing was like, but that's what they say. I don't know the specifics because, it's the South. They don't talk about shit like that. That's why I'm shocked that you here. I cannot wait to see what some of these reactions are going to be.
But like, Jesus is going to take you to hell. I'm like, you going to be with me?
What does that say right there? What does it say? Does she respect religious people with saying that right there? Am I right, guys? Zero respect for religious people. LED Live. You got people like this coming all out, and you cats sitting over there around a table looking all soft. Knowing that the minute something pops off in this country right now and ask you, are you serving God or are you serving man? You know good and well you will sell man out just like Judas did Jesus. Am I right, guys? I can't stand soft Christians. I consider myself a man of God, not a Christian. It is what it is. Let's get to it.
Because like, I hate that people really believe in this like imaginary sky daddy shit. Like, that sound more like witchcraft than what I do. Like Moses burning bush sounds like witchcraft. Okay. All the rituals they do in religion. Yeah. When you're going to the altar, you're praying.
And this wine is nasty. I'm gonna have to get. I think the bottle's old. But go ahead.
But yeah, like I just feel like a lot of the negativity that I get makes me feel even better of the fact that I don't like follow what they follow, because if that religion makes you like that, and I'm full of love and peace and giving people hugs and kisses and helping people, I don't want to do what you do. Because chances are, I'm gonna just turn my phone off.
Okay, go, yeah. Okay.
I think that's the hotel too.
Okay.
But I just feel like if there was a hell, we're living in it. It's right here. I don't think it's any other place but right here. And everything that they were taught, literally, because everybody's taught this.
Okay.
Nobody's born saying I'm a Christian. Nobody's born with that. You're taught that. Your mom, your dad, everybody's teaching you that. So I feel like nobody's like questioning this shit. Like, this shit sound crazy. It sound crazy. And I questioned it. When I was a kid, I was like, that don't sound right. So Noah had the ark and he had 2 of every animal. So you tell me there was roaches on that ark? He had 2 roaches. Okay. And so animals that usually in the animal kingdom are eaten by other animals, they survived on that ark? This shit don't make no damn sense. I'm sorry, none of it makes sense. And a lot of the people that are religious just don't question those things though.
Yeah.
They think I'm crazy. Like, what? Because I don't believe the shit that you believe?
Mm-mm. See, I'm Buddhist. I chant, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And we ultimately believe in like just obtaining happiness.
Period.
That's it. Like, we don't try to recruit. We don't try to, my thing is, if I see somebody that's unhappy, I try to make them happy.
Yes, it's beautiful.
That's all I do. Like, I remember I was in an ice cream shop getting some ice cream. This is probably like 2 months ago. And I see the guy all the time. He fixes my ice cream. He knows what I want when I walk in there. White guy.
Yeah.
And he looked sad today. I was like, you okay? And he was just like, it's my birthday. And I didn't want to be here. And I was like, what do you mean? And when he said that, I knew what he meant. I was like, what do you mean you didn't want to be here? He was like, I don't want to be here. I just want to. And I'm like, he said, but I'm here. And I was like, okay, now I got to talk to him. So that's my cue to talk to him, to introduce what it is that I do, which is chanting to him. He's a lot happier now.
See?
Yeah, he's a lot happier. And it's not like I force it on him, like I'm outside like a Jehovah's Witness, but I'm
knocking
like,
at doors.
I was depressed at one point in my life. I know what that feels like. And this is the only thing that helped me to lift my depression.
Yeah.
I believe in God. I just serve and spiritually connect to God differently.
Yes.
And so does the rest of the world. Are we condemning the rest of the world because they were raised in Asia or in Africa or in Europe or in the islands and they practice differently? Christianity is not the end all be all.
No, it's
you know what I'm saying? It's the biggest one. I don't know. Islam got them.
And I'm gonna tell y'all guys something, man. We got to get out of this whole religious thing. I'm sorry. We all have our own paths to God. Am I right, guys? We all have our own paths to God, man, and that's the good part about it, man. But as humanity, we feel like we need it. We gotta feel like somebody's validating who we are as people instead of validating ourselves through God. We all have a direct connection with God. It's just that simple. It's something how these witches can get out here and do what they do and stand 10 toes down on it. But these so-called Christians and these so-called religious people, weak. Am I right? LED Live, huh? Let's go.
One of the smallest.
You think so?
Well, I say we because if I ever had any religion, it would be Islam. My dad is Muslim.
Yeah.
It's just Islam is the most devout. You will find way more fake ass Christians than you would ever find a fake ass Muslim, because the core aspects and the core principle of it is devotion. It's devotion.
Look what y'all did, Christians. Look what y'all possibly did to this woman, and now she's all the way over on the other side. I keep saying this, and I keep saying this, man. Grown people today are no different from how they were in high school. You got your jocks, you got your cheerleaders, you got your nerds, you got the goth kids. Everybody felt like they needed to belong to a certain group of people. And if you didn't belong, they would push you out and you get church hurt. This girl has probably been church hurt. Seriously. This is what religion does to you people. Am I right, guys? Huh? If you don't like what I'm saying, that's cool. If you like what I'm saying, hit me up in the comments. Either or. I don't care. I want the smoke. Bring it. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Bring the smoke. Because when you do, I'm going to come back with the fire and brimstone on you. It is what it is. Let's keep it. Don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell. When you hit me up, I will hit you back. All right? Let's go.
I mean, they're not just citing things in the Quran. They're actually doing these things. They're actually living that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, you're praying multiple times a day. It's going to be hard for you to start, doing fuck shit. Because you're constantly going to be reminded that next prayer.
Yeah.
So it's just a different, I think, level of spirituality when it comes to Islam.
It is a lot stricter, a lot more disciplined.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it works in the prison system so well, because, they're... where, they got all this time on their hand. It's easy to join a gang and do things that you ain't supposed to do, However, having that devotion 5 times a day and having something bigger than you, you know what I'm saying? And you tapping into that higher power, your higher self.
Yes.
Those brothers come out and they do some real good, in the community, And so I think it's amazing. Like, that's why, I'm married to a Muslim. He didn't get it in prison. He got it. Like my husband, he understands the Quran. He writes, in Arabic and stuff like that. So all of that. But, back to you. Can it backfire on them?
Not my Rootwork. Not if it's done right.
Because I heard if you put something on somebody, it's gonna come back to you. It's karma. It's the natural law of cause and effect, right?
Not with my Rootwork. I also do not do work for people that some people come to me because they want celebrities. Like somebody wanted Chris Brown, somebody wanted Bad Bunny. I'm not doing that. I'm giving you your money back. Refund. I'm not doing that. No, I usually like to see their situation, and if it's like a case of their ex, you know, they ended on bad terms and it was a misunderstanding, and so now they want to bring that person forward and they want to enhance the love that's already there but not being shown at that time. So I'm going to bring forth what is there but in a little tiny pinprick and bring it, you know, to a big ball of love. So that's ultimately what I do. I don't like to mess with people's, you know, free will of love. That's one of the things I don't do.
Okay.
So I'm enhancing something that might not be shown. Because people come to me thinking that it's like one of those things like, yeah, like I want so-and-so to love me. I'm not doing it.
See, here's what I don't understand. And I said I was going to get more into the relationship conversation of it all, because I see a lot of bullshit being sold, right? And I don't know if you know, it's kind of like the evolution of like singles, and people are coming online, they're trying to find love, and they got all these you know, just this criteria that they just, and that to me is like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is the craziest thing that I heard.
You're gonna dwindle it down to nothing.
And I'm like, you know, when I sought out, I was like, okay, it's time for me to get married, right? And when I do get married, this is not particular. I didn't say I want somebody tall. I want somebody handsome. I never said those things. I said I want a provider.
Yeah.
I want a caretaker. I want someone to, you know, love me. And then I started to open myself up more, because a lot of people say they want something, but they don't
ready for that shit.
But they don't open themselves up. And like, like when my husband approached me, let me tell you something. My husband was single for like 2 years. Now he had chicks that he was, you know, but for the most part, he was more focused on getting money, right?
Okay.
But when we initially met, like, he's not the type of dude that I would pay attention to.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Right. But because I was opening myself up, it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm just going to be open, and anybody that wants to talk to me, I'm going to talk to me.
Yeah.
It was more so like, he approached me like, hey, you know, my name is Shaq, blase blase squash. What kind of books do you like to read?
Oh my God.
Yeah, like,
Listen.
I was like, I never had nobody ask me what type of books I like to read. And then I would tell him and he would just walk off. Yeah, it was like, oh, okay, that's dope. That's dope. Okay, cool. Then he would come back. He's like, what kind of things you like to do? Like, and it started off with casual conversation, but I wasn't like, oh my God, like he's fine as hell. Like, you know, I know he got some money. I know he got a house. I know. That to me was all what, like, I still don't understand that mind frame.
That's all that is today. How can I use you? How can I use you? That's
like, and then I just don't get that. Like, how do you see somebody for that and then get mad when they see you for what you are?
Yes.
And then, you know, y'all are on the same energy. You want something, he wants something, and then once they get it, they go seek something else.
Absolutely. Now you hurt.
Yeah, like, I just don't understand that. So people like, so how do you make the decision to say, okay, I'm going to help you bring the energy of love to you by doing this work? So how do you make that decision?
They have to tell me the situation. Every time they book with me, they tell me the situation, and I declare from there if I'm going to do it or not. So if they tell me, like, for instance, this one girl came to me for Rootwork.
Okay.
I read the whole thing. It was like 3 paragraphs.
Oh, so they write you letters and stuff.
Yes. It's supposed to be a note, but they tell me every damn thing. And so she's just saying she want the other lady, you know, out of the picture. I get a whole lot of third party ones. It's ridiculous.
They don't want to be sister wives.
No.
Okay.
So, okay, I said, all right. So now I reply back to her because I want to understand it, because she's leaving out like really crucial aspects of it. And I'm just like, okay, so you met him when and what? So I got to the bottom of it, and basically she was the side chick. And she wanted to hex the wife. I'm not doing that. Like, what? You're the side chick. Baby, you gotta go. You gotta go. If anything, wife should be coming to me to hex you. Because I'm not doing
Now, have you done that before? Seen somebody trying to put work on someone and they should be the ones to go? Do you turn around and do that work on them? And
No, I'm not.
You don't do that?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you just throw your hands up and be like, I'm out of this.
Refund.
And remember, guys, all of this is going on in the Black community today. Am I right, guys? This is the Black community right here. And I'm pretty sure she's got clients of all races, but when she talks about crap like this, she's definitely talking about the Black community. Real talk. Let's go.
Okay.
Here's your refund. I'm not doing this. No.
Okay. Now, what about money? How do you go about manifesting money?
That's the easiest for me. That's the easiest. It's like my natural ability.
So you're saying instead of them going to church and paying tithes, they
That's
should
a
bring
scam.
they should bring them tithes to you.
Basically, a lot of people give me money without me having to do anything. It's like, they're like, this is my tithe. Thank you so much for helping me with XYZ. I get tithe all the time.
Now, is it true like y'all are not supposed to charge? People are supposed to just gift you what they want?
Okay, so
How does that work?
I charge for my gift, but I charge for my time. And it takes time to do this work. You want the results, right? You can pay for my time.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not charging for my gift. My gift is free. I do this for free.
Okay.
But my time is not free.
Now, how do you...
And guys, she's making millions of dollars. Millions of dollars, man. Millions of dollars. Let's roll. Hit me up in the comments.
differentiate that? Like, how do you, like...
What do you mean?
Because you're still ultimately using your gift and your time. So how do you keep that separate? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, no, because she's like, I need
Because they
more
have to
money.
pay.
I need more
have to
money.
pay.
But how do you manifest money? Like, what do you like?
There's
Give me
a
a
lot.
typical situation of someone coming to you and they say, "Hey, I want to manifest money." What is where was the starting point and where are they at now?
Oh gosh, I have thousands of reviews of things that I've been able to do for people. I've gotten people cars, new job, raises, like I said, the settlements, houses. One of my tribe members just bought $1 million house,
Okay.
12 acres. She's like, this wouldn't have happened without you. Like, how do you do this? I don't know. But money, like just coming in, multiple sources, businesses. A lot of people that have like hair business, nail business, and like they're not getting any clients or they're just starting.
Okay.
So they come to me to do their conjure and then they're booked up like next week. Like, what did you do? You came to me for results and I did it.
And just remember, guys, just remember what I said, man. Just remember what I said. When you do this, the devil at some point comes to collect his due. Am I right, guys? The devil's going to collect his due. There's always a catch. There's always a catch when it comes to Lucifer. Always a catch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's just what I do. So it's a lot that goes in behind the scenes, but
Okay.
there's really no limit. Honestly, I think it's usually the limit that you put on it.
Name some celebrity witches that you know of.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Well,
You
we all
said
know about
Beyonce. Okay.
We know about Beyonce. We know about Summer Walker.
Okay, what about
We
Erykah
know
Badu?
Kehlani. We know Erykah Badu.
Okay, who else?
You know, we know Princess Nokia. So we know the ones that are out, but I would not out nobody. A lot of the reality stars are into it. A lot of them come to me. They pay. And my biggest, like, of all time are NBA stars because they pay.
Really?
And they fly me out to do work in person. They don't even want me to do it at my house. Yeah, come to me.
They want to see you do it.
Yes.
Guys, guess what, man? I'm going to leave it at that. Guys, give yourselves another round of applause for showing up to the DuJuan Elliott Podcast, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is what happens when the country has fallen. All your soothsayers take over, just as evil as witches. All your witches take over, man. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is, LED Live. This is proof right here that the church is not working in America. The church is not working. Am I right, guys? I know the true work of God. I have seen it. I have seen it with my own eyes. I was raised up in it. I know this is real. I've seen blinded eyes open, LED Live. I have seen the dead risen, LED Live. I have seen it all. I've seen people cured of AIDS. I've seen it all growing up as a kid, and it was the norm. And today, it doesn't even exist hardly because of, look where we are in society today. People like this are the norm. Make it make sense. And church folks allowed it to happen. It is what it is, right? LED Live. Thank you guys so much, man. Hit me up in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for your boy. Hit me up in the comments. I had to come in just for a minute, man, just to keep them coming in, guys. Thank you so much for your support and everything, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys on the flip side. Thank you, thank you, thank you.